Tenerife Airport Disaster is one of the deadliest aviation accidents in history. It occurred on March 27, 1977 at Los Rodeos Airport, now Tenerife North Airport, in the Canary Islands, Spain. This tragic incident involved two Boeing 747 jumbo jets, one operated by KLM Royal Dutch Airlines and the other by Pan American World Airways, Pan Am. On that fateful day, a sequence of unlikely events, miscommunications, and human errors culminated in a catastrophic collision on the runway. The disaster claimed the lives of 583 people, making it the worst aviation accident in terms of fatalities. The KLM and Pan Am flights were both scheduled to land at Gran Canaria Airport, but a terrorist bomb threat caused authorities to temporarily close the airport. This forced all incoming flights to divert to the smaller and less equipped Los Rodeos Airport. Los Rodeos, located on the island of Tenerife, was not designed to handle such large volumes of aircraft traffic. The airport was overwhelmed, with planes parked on taxiways and limited infrastructure for managing the situation. KLM Flight 4805, a Boeing 747-200, commanded by Captain Jacob Veldhuizen van Zanten, a highly experienced and respected pilot at KLM. Pan Am Flight 1736, a Boeing 747-100, commanded by Captain Victor Grubbs, also a seasoned aviator. Both planes were parked at the airport waiting for clearance to proceed to Gran Canaria once it reopened. The weather at Los Rodeos deteriorated as the day progressed. Dense fog enveloped the airport, significantly reducing visibility to as low as 300 meters in some areas. This poor visibility was a critical factor in the accident. Los Rodeos Airport lacked ground radar, meaning air traffic controllers relied entirely on radio communication to manage aircraft movements. The simultaneous use of English and Spanish by the controllers and pilots caused confusion. The KLM crew misunderstood a clearance to taxi into position and hold as permission for takeoff. Pan Am, which was still taxiing on the runway, did not realize the KLM jet was starting its takeoff roll. After refueling, the KLM jet taxied onto the runway. Without explicit takeoff clearance, Captain Van Zanten initiated the takeoff roll. The Pan Am aircraft was still on the same runway, moving towards its assigned exit. At 5:06 p.m., the two planes collided. The KLM jet, traveling at takeoff speed, struck the Pan Am aircraft, which was attempting to clear the runway. The collision resulted in an explosion, engulfing both aircraft in flames. KLM Flight 4805, all 248 passengers and crew perished instantly. Pan Am Flight 1736, out of 396 people on board, only 61 survived, many suffering severe injuries. The rest were killed due to the impact and subsequent fire. Contributing factors: 1. Human error. The KLM captain's decision to take off without explicit clearance. 2. Communication breakdown. Ambiguous and overlapping radio messages between pilots and air traffic controllers. 3. Poor visibility. Fog made it impossible for the pilots of either plane to see each other or for air traffic control to monitor movements visually. 4. Airport limitations. The lack of ground radar and the airport's inability to handle large aircraft efficiently contributed to the confusion. The Tenerife disaster had a profound impact on aviation safety. 1. Standardized radio communication. The phraseology used by pilots and air traffic controllers was standardized globally. 1. Ambiguous terms like takeoff were replaced with precise alternatives. 2. Crew resource management, CRM. This concept was introduced to improve teamwork and communication among flight crew members, ensuring that even junior officers could challenge a captain's decisions if necessary. 3. Technological advancements. Airports were equipped with ground radar to monitor aircraft movements, especially in low visibility conditions. The Tenerife Airport disaster remains a solemn reminder of how a series of small errors can lead to unimaginable consequences. While the tragedy claimed hundreds of lives, it led to systemic changes in aviation safety that continue to protect passengers today. In aviation history, this incident is not only a story of loss, but also a turning point that reshaped global flight operations for the better.